Well, what it do, folks? What it do? Hope everyone is well. Conscious Conversations right now, it's just me. I don't know where this guy is from the East Coast, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. Listen, we live after a long time. Hopefully they keep enjoying because want to chop it up and talk a little bit about our vacation and the fact that we got to kick it together, which was amazing. So it's gonna be cool if you can get online here in a minute. Anybody new here, you know what we do. Conscious conversation. We chop it up, talk about something, have a discussion about whatever is going on in our life, your life. Maybe have a moral, maybe have a story at the end of the day that works out and blesses somebody, touches somebody. So let me see here. See, I got his camera window. Well, let me point this way. I got his camera window up. See, so when he does join, he'll pop up in that camera window. Even though we start on time, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know where this man is, so I ain't gonna talk too bad about him though. Senior, how are you, sir? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me get this stuff dialed in because made some updates and adjustments to the show. Hold on, why is my head so big? That is not right. Good God, nobody needs to see. Let's do this. Here we go. Hanging out. Laura Williams is in the building. See, I knew if we streamed on Facebook that some good folks would join. And y'all know how I feel about that particular platform. But I knew there would be some good folks joining if we streamed there. So good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Listen, let's talk about it. What do you guys want to talk about? Oh Lord, just playing. Man, I don't know, black folks, man. Okay. Oh my God.
I'm looking at 8:30, man.
I sent you. So I'm looking at the text message that
I know
sent
you're
you.
right. No, you said you did everything right. James did everything right. I thought 8:30 was in my mind.
After I sent you the text message, then I sent you a calendar invite.
I know, but what had happened was
What had happened was, like
hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm the late Negro. I was watching Kamala Harris.
Is that hey, okay, listen, shouts out to old boy though. Shouts out to old boy. Walls. Okay, we don't if we can get into that if you want to, but yeah, listen. Shouts out to him.
Hey man, it's a smart thing when you play chess. You know what I mean?
You know what? Catch up, brother. Catch up, because I done already had a full-on discussion with everybody already here.
Good. No, listen. All right, no, go for it. Go for it. That's all I got to say because I don't know, our ways are different and thinking than most people's. I'll be like,
you get there when you want to get there. You get there.
I'm like, you know.
So I just sent you. So folks, I just sent him a message. I just sent him a question mark text message.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even say nothing. I just
I was good and ready. I was mad early. I was like, man, I'm gonna jump on at 8:15.
Yeah, 8:15.
8:15. I'm gonna show up in the room and then we're gonna be ready to go at 8:30 on the nose.
I'm gonna be
Eastern Standard Time. But what had happened was,
you sat around, got to editing photos or something, got to messing with some toys and some gear. I even hooked up some new gear today and had time.
You did? What you do?
Time.
What you do?
Well, I sold my Rodecaster. I sold the Pro. I sold the big one.
Okay.
Because it was too big.
Right.
Big. So I went with the Duo. I got the little joint.
Nice.
In this room, I'm never gonna have more than 2 mics. So I
got that New York vibe, that closed-in space. I was watching our show last night. I'm catching up. I'm catching up on our show. Selling New York. I'm catching up on it.
That's not the one with old boy, is it?
Yeah, that's the one you were telling me. You and Jim were telling me about.
Yeah.
But I'm still only on, I think, episode 3.
Oh my God.
So
you got.
So yeah, no, it's interesting. Y'all was right. It's interesting. I'm digging it.
Yeah, Sirhan is a trip.
But them small rooms, stay on what you were talking about. You downsize the Rodecaster, and it made me think about New York space, where I'm like, you can't have 18 cameras and big Rodecasters and stuff in New York City.
You got to be concise and consolidate. So yeah, moved it down. I got more room now on my desk. So if I sound a little different, it's because I literally about 30 minutes ago plugged it in. I
nice, sounds great.
It all from memory. So
sound the same.
I don't have
the same to me.
My what you call it, my big bottom end. I don't have the extra deep voice. Hopefully, it is what it is.
Sounds good.
Right.
I ain't mad at it. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, don't you can't be mad because you
no. Hey, only 3 minutes late. It's not even 8:10 yet.
I know.
That's good. I mean, you, when us peoples is late, you like, long as they show up before 10 after, you know what I'm saying? So I'm way before 10 after, so we good.
That's true. I'm gonna
call
you
all
kind of things, boy. I don't call y'all this brother.
No, all I thought was I was 8:30. I was like 8:30. I'm good. But then I was like, he did say 8. So when I saw your text, and I seen your face come up on my watch, I was like, because my phone upstairs, I only have my phone down here. I was putting together. I'm putting a Trek pack inside of my flash case. So I'm excited. So the Trek pack dividers that Pelican makes. Pelican bought the company out. It's just so neat. I'm putting it inside of the timber bag that I have. Okay. And so at the bottom, because I like to be able to just reach in, your stuff is neat. It keeps your creativity like flowing. And so I got a compliment the other day from a bunch of photographers. We were at an event, and they seen me open my case. They was, oh, you got your joint all organized and it's all neat and stuff. And I was like, yeah. I mean, honestly, it helps you to dig in and grab what you need, see it before you put it in your hand and take it. I mean, some people just throw stuff in the bag. I think that works too, but for me, I have to organize. Yeah, like your desk, man, like your Rodecaster.
You gotta be right. Let me dial everything in. So listen, I wanted to say this while we was online. I already said it once or twice, but
go for it.
Man, New York was nice.
Yes, it was.
God, folks, if y'all don't know, the Hicksers and the Pelzers tow up the town.
And James was on the edge, on top the window.
You notice I haven't posted those videos.
And only me and Jen did push-ups on the glass.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. That's why. All right.
Jen showed me something new.
I haven't posted them photos as of yet. Man, listen, I don't know how y'all got me up there on the side of the planet like that, but
man, that was it. And you sat down too on the glass. I was like, look at my boy, man. I sent you that video, right?
You did.
Okay, cool.
It's in the reserve. One of these days it may go live, but not just yet.
That's priceless. Did you show it to Isaiah yet?
Listen.
What they say? What Jordan and Isaiah say? What do they say?
Just laugh at me. They know, right? Okay. I'm gonna find some photos of the edge itself, so folks understand the context of what we're talking about. And like, I mean, you and Tina, y'all have that adventurous streak. Y'all jumping off the building. Y'all
hey,
trying to.
If they had a parachute option, I would do it.
See, he crazy, y'all.
I'll be like, let's go.
Let me see here. Oh, that's not it. What is? Oh my God. New York
One day somebody gonna build a sliding board off of one of these skyscrapers.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me rewind that, because that little animation that they do is dope. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
That's dope.
That's the edge right there. And So imagine that right there, that location right there. Imagine Keith, Jen, Tina, just enjoying themselves.
That's dope the way they did that. I wonder. So they must have did that with a drone.
Yeah.
And had the kids looking down through there. Yeah, that's dope.
Not gonna see me doing it.
Oh man, that hits my stomach just looking at that. But it's like when I get there, it's easy to get on that edge, man. I mean, you up there and you like, let's just go for it. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I never do it again. It's like you know, an upside down backwards roller coaster. I'll do it one time maybe, but I had no desire to do that mess again. But you know, I'm glad we did it with y'all. I'm glad we did it with y'all, man. That was good times for sure. That was good times for sure. We both celebrated our anniversaries. Got to do it in style. Got to hang out. Now, have you been back to the city since?
No, I'll be back there in September. I got to go back to.
So you hold on. So you must have had a whole bunch of content then, because you like trickling out with stuff. You putting.
Well,
stuff
yeah.
You just okay.
You know what I started to learn, man? I started to learn. Nobody knows the algorithm. Like nobody has mastered it, and when they try to tell you how to do it, it keeps changing. So I'm like, it's like somebody telling you how to win at the lottery. If it was that easy, everybody be rich. You know what I mean? Because if it works and you make one person a millionaire, that millionaire got at least about 4 friends that they really want to see get out the struggle. And if it was that simple, they'd explain it to them, and those friends would trust them because they'll be like, you was broke like me and now you're a millionaire. I'm going to go all in and trust what you're saying. And then you get another 4 millionaires, and then those 4 millionaires will get 4 millionaires. So the algorithm thing, I don't really think there's a proper science to it. You just have to roll with what you believe, and then it starts to work. So for me, and then there's a core what you believe about it. One core that I believe is you have to find your frequency. And so, and then you have to find out who are your folk that's going to look, or if you're going outside of people that follow you, you have to find out people like that don't follow you, that like the content that you're pushing. So I play with stuff like, if I'm gonna do a carousel, I look at, are people gonna pay more attention to the camera in the carousel, or they're gonna pay more attention to me with the camera, or me and my wife? And I started to learn, in some cases, if I put me and my wife first, it triggers a lot more non-followers because it's like a couple. If I have the camera and do a close-up shot, it triggers it and throws it out to more people that's in that camera content creation.
Right.
And so it gives me more of a chance. And then stories work because if you kind of piece the stories together, people that are lazy, they go to stories more so than posts. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like they'll look up at the circle at the top, and then if the algorithm throws you up there, it'll throw them on there. And if you get them with a picture, then they'll just go boom, boom, boom. Then they back it up and they go to something else, and then they look again. And if you get a frequency on that, people expect. So my pictures in Lightroom, I'm gonna give one little tip. In Lightroom, what I'll do is, because it's digital, when I do my pictures, I'll duplicate all of them and then make a 9x16 out of the majority of them that I know that I'm kind of going to post, so that it's optimized for the stories. And then that way you kind of hit it from both. You do story, and then you do, what's his name? And then when I get like what you're doing with the Ray-Bans, I'm gonna get the Ray-Bans because she wants that. But after seeing you with it, I'm like, that's like the easiest thing for me to do. And the guy this weekend had them on, and he was streaming live.
Okay.
Yeah, he had them on, and he was streaming live from shout out to Den of Thieves. It's like a brown liquor company. They got the bourbon, cigars, and all. But he had the glasses on, and when he came over to me, he was like, "Yo, this guy right here is killing it with the camera stuff." He was like, "You live right now?" I was like, "Oh snap!" And I knew exactly what he's saying, because I was like, "Yo, my brother got them joints. I know exactly what you're doing." And then he showed it to me on the phone, and I was like, that's so much easier for me.
It's so easy.
But my struggle is going to be, I like my glasses You know, these are more like Ray-Bans. So they got Ray-Ban has the white ones, something like these. But I'm like, the way I present myself with the round ones and the funky different glasses, I would have to remember to swap them when I go live for my BTS. True. But I still may do it. I still may do it.
Well, I mean, you got me
so
looking
thank
at
you,
those.
James.
Well, listen, you got me looking at them frames too, and they got me on their mailing list, and I keep getting all these messages to go get these frames. So
Zulu?
Yeah, Zulu.
Yeah.
Zulu be hot with their marketing. Listen,
no, dude. They are borderline harassment.
They try to give them away. Hold on, let me see what the last one was that they said. Save $7 off your first order. Boom, boom. $0 frames. Buy one. See, they really trying to take your brother's money.
No, they are borderline harassment. Like when I say, I don't mean harassment in a bad way, but like they stay on it. You got to kind of like pull back on them. And I will say this, if you need prescription, I forgot the actual average number, but they're going to say, hey, here's some frames for $5, $10, $15, $25, $30 max. By the time you put the stuff on there that you want and need, you're going to be at an average of $75 a pair. But it's worth it because I have the anti-scratch, the lens changing. I'm actually on their website too.
YouTube?
Yeah, they got me on there on, I think, three different lenses.
You physically, not just you searching the website. Okay.
No. Like if you hit, I forgot, it's one of the pair of glasses that I have. If you hit it, they got my picture on there. They got one of Tina and they got like 3 of me on there. I just, I haven't found it.
So those are the ones that I have in my cart right now. Again, they're giving them away. $18 right there. $18.
And see, it's going to be that price. So that particular frame there at 18, by the time I add what I add on there, they're probably going to come out to about $70, 60 or 70. Because I'm definitely going to grab that the transition. So I automatically get transition, and then I'll get the easy wipe off anti-scratch something coating.
Okay.
And and then it'll kind of come up to around $60-$70 depending on the frame. So
let's see right here. Oh, look, okay. See, I haven't gone through. I clicked through. It's an upsell. I thought it was just
it's definitely upsell. Like I have told people that, where I'm like, the lenses are the frame. The thing that makes them is they don't BS you on the frame. I used to get in Soho in New York where we were at, but in Soho, I used to get these glasses Vent in York, I think it's called. Them jokers is $200. I don't even wear them no more. Don't even wear them. It's $200. Matter of fact, here, I took the lens out of them. I took the lens out of these frames right here, and they were dope. But
okay,
yeah, they were dope. But it's like not for $200. I mean, they wasn't. The lens didn't have the coating on there. It is wood, and it is nice, well crafted. But I scratched the lens and couldn't fix it. So I'm like, that's $200 down the drain for one pair. So once I found Zelo and just got like 2 pair, and I got all the compliments I got on, like, these are real dope, but I'd have to explain to you, see, these is wood, handcrafted wood. So like when you got to do all of that, it's like nobody cares you spent $300, $200 on the glasses.
That's too much effort. Laura, what's
Zelo.
going on? See, man, because was that the one pair that I put on while we were there, and then I was getting compliments too, because I'm typically the Ray-Ban Wayfarer style, but then I put some of them KPs
it might be.
I put them KPs on. Jeff C, what's going on, man? We see you in the building. Listen, I got Jeff C in the building. God, we must be doing something right. I didn't know he was subscribing. Let me sit up straight. Hold on,
I'm mad I missed Tom Buck in New York. Heather had hit me, and I was like, I couldn't get back up there. I would have rolled back up there to catch them in Times Square.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were there. Jeff, you can't put your frames in the metas, but I think you can only do it at the time of purchase. So I bought mine actually at Lens Crafters, but you can buy them at Sunglass Hut. You can buy them everywhere now, but when you actually buy them, I think that's when you have to do the prescription piece. So yeah, man.
Oh, he meant prescription.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Yeah. I know you can't correct it. Okay, I get it. I was like, it was like, well, you got to subscribe to it.
See, I read between the lines.
I know. I saw. Yeah, once you started talking more, I was like, okay, he meant prescription. I got you.
And it's not just the scotch. But I read. I'm not going to the gym tonight, so I'm hitting. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's over there. I can't go that far. It's over there. But
those glasses are great, man. I kind of really need them. For.
I'm surprised y'all didn't pick them up. Showed you the store. We folks,
yeah.
Listen, we got off the edge. I pointed in the direction. Tina saw where they were.
It was too hot on the floor.
Oh.
I remember the heat. That one floor. I was like, something wasn't working that day. I remember the heat off that floor.
I think that was a marketing tactic. That was a New York marketing tactic. Right? That's where all the big money restaurants, where all the big money stores were. Just make people hot, so they get out of
the money stores was downstairs where our wives was at when we was at B&H. The high end stores was on the bottom floor where it was cooler at. Okay. But upstairs was hot. Remember? So
folks.
They were trying to push everybody downstairs to spend that money. Y'all knew what y'all was doing, Edge. Y'all knew what y'all was doing.
They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly.
My goodness.
Gretchen is in the building. Look at them. We got some winners. See, we've been waiting on you, Keith, to bring the family back together. No one comes to see my other show.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it, bro, because I'm ready to start hitting the live button. I'll probably do it this fall.
Might as well. You got a lot to teach.
Well, you know you're gonna have the what do they call it? The key to the door to just punch the code, just jump in whenever.
I appreciate you.
No, that's how we do, man. Just punch the code and get in. Because I really want to. I don't know, dude. This photography stuff is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know Jared? His name is Jared Poland or Poplin. What is it? He's I Shoot Raw. It's the guy that puts I Shoot Raw on his shirt.
Yeah.
He lives in Philly. I did not know that. He lives in Philly. And so he was doing Kamala Harris today. He was at the event. That's I love his.
That's the Afro dude, right?
Yeah, Afro Man.
Yep.
So I never seen him around Philly, but he lives over near Penn's Landing somewhere. But he does the Phillies game and he's all over the place. Real buff dude. You know, I look at a lot of his tutorials and stuff. He's very down to earth. So he loaded up with Canon on today. Okay. He's got the R5 and something else. I don't know Canon product like that, but he had 3 cameras. He took a 10 to 20. Yup. He took a 10 to 20. He took an 85 prime, 135 prime, and then he had a 300, a 1 to 400. And some other photographers were like, "Oh, you gonna have a heavy bag," but it's like what he said. I resonated with it. It hit me real good. He said, "I'm taking most photographers are there to get a ton of pictures of the possible POTUS and VP." But he's like, I'm there to get this story. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yes, I love this guy. This is me. I cannot go to an event and just shoot pictures of people just to do it. I got to get the story. I got to get the story.
Or even seen you do a story within a story. So not even the main topic, right? You'll probably, I've seen you grab a model and go take a picture by the bridge or by a car or at the, you're at the skating ring or whatever, but it's not the primary subject that probably everyone, even at that house party or that event that you went to, I saw some of the pictures there and they were kind of off what seemed to be the main track. But when I saw him, I said, okay, I see what Keith's doing. I see he's bringing his own creativity. And I think that's what makes a lot of us stand out. By doing that, and not being afraid to do that, not being afraid to show your individuality, not being afraid to show your creativity.
So let's take your glasses, for example, right? When I watch, see the thing, so ladies and gentlemen, what I like is James Hicks, he puts me on stuff that I may have already known about, but it's the way, and this is a note for everybody, it's the way it's presented that pulls people in. So I already heard about the Ray-Ban glasses, you know, and I was like, it was a great idea. I wasn't hating on it. I just wasn't intrigued by it, but I had to see another creative use it without saying, oh, this is the best thing, you need this. It's like, don't tell me I need it, just do it and let me see, and that's going to sell it on me better. So watching James do it, and when he was in Vegas, you know, I saw his feed come up and I was just like trying to figure out like which camera you using, because I'm like, I knew it wasn't his FX, but at the same time I couldn't prove it wasn't the FX. Then I didn't know if it was the DJI, but I couldn't prove, you know, I didn't have that eye on Instagram to be like, it ain't the 4K, you know, it ain't color graded and stuff. And he was like, that was the glasses. I was like, oh, for real? And so I'm like, oh, then I started thinking about my use for it. He suggested a couple of things. So your glasses, to your point, the events that I go to, it's almost like if I didn't have a camera and I just had my glasses on, what's grabbing my attention from a creative standpoint of view? So the thing is, the glasses to a creative is going to say, just take a deep breath and enjoy the event. What are you naturally looking at? So if I was teaching a photography class on what's the key style of stuff, it's kind of like just be in the room, right? And when you're in the room, it's kind of like, don't be the photographer in the room. You are a photographer, but be in the room. And when you're in the room, then I'm just looking for something real quick. Then when you're in the room, you actually now are just putting the camera where you're normally looking at. You're not forcing a frame. And this is the thing. Even when I grab the models or I grab people I'm gonna take a picture of, I kind of grab them or corner them in a space that I want to see them in. You know what I mean? So rather than just like, people don't hire me to just go to the event and just go, I'm like, one of the ladies I work with, I'll mention her name, Crystal Bailey. She's gonna blow up sky high. She does major events and stuff, but she does it with expertise. She won't just have one photographer there. She has multiple, not a bunch, but she specifically has them for a reason.
Was that the event at the house? Was that the event at the house?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah.
Yep. So it's the one where you see me and it's like five of us in there, and we all, one guy was doing drone, other guy was doing video, another guy was doing video and pictures, the girl was doing pictures, I was doing pictures. Boom, that's the one. So yeah, so you got a drone camera, me and the girl there, we're cameras. The guy to the far right, he's video. The guy in the back, he's video and drone, and the guy with the dreadlocks, he's a DJ for Hennessy. So there's one guy missing out of there. He was with the Hennessy guy, and he was doing, you know, the Ronin, and he was shooting a couple of pictures. But all of us were in our own lane, and it was complimentary, and she got what she needed out of it because they put me in the room for a specific reason. And that's what the people love about this woman's event. They look for, how is this guy going to capture me? So that 70 to 200, I'm like a sniper, dude.
I'm gonna say that stormtrooper that you got wrapped.
I'm like a ninja up in that joint. Like I just be, you know, cause you know, I try to get that little sexy vibe and flow around the room. And then Tina was at the event too. We wasn't all booed up, but like I'm floating around.
Yeah.
Most time when people see me, I didn't even have the camera up. And so then you got to catch the woman there that's kind of like, I know I'm cute, but I'm not confident with my cute. And then all the bougie stuck up ones is walking around like I'm supposed to get their picture. I don't bother them. I catch that shy one, and then I'll be like, "Girl, turn right here. Look, do this right here." Then they go, "Oh, that's nice. Can you get mine? I got you, but hold up, I want to get you in a real good shot." Okay, it's like go sit down somewhere. Let me get you in
this light and over here. Let me get you in this light.
I love photography, man. I ain't gonna front.
And you're using the G Master, right? You got the first one or the second one though? Because I remember
the 70 to 200.
Yeah, and
the 70 to 200 is the G Master 2, right? Yeah, that's the most expensive lens I have.
Well, you know,
and my wife ain't going for it. She ain't going for it.
Okay. Well,
I want the 2470 G Master, the one we was looking at in the store.
Yeah.
I know why I want it real bad. Like, but I still don't need it. So all those pictures I shot, anything close range in the 24 to 70 range, it was the 2870. I used the 2870 Sigma.
Okay.
The 2870, bro. I mean, it's the compact lens.
Yeah, reliable. That's the old reliable. Yeah.
Dude, when I say, I was looking at the pictures, but I had the Peter McKinnon on there. I had the Peter McKinnon lens because it was bright outside. I put my ND filter on there. Was the Pro Mist 2, version 2, Peter McKinnon.
Now you're showing off.
I put that on there, man. I had it on both. I had the Pro Mist on one, and I had the P something PVD something filter on the other one because of the sun. Had them dialed at 3, and then I just set the exposure for it. Now let me tell you a secret. That 70 to 200 with the A7R IV is so fire. My dumb behind had the aperture. Somebody took it off a lock. Either my son or somebody looking at the camera. They took the aperture ring off of lock. My aperture ring was at 14 the entire party.
Hold on. I'm over here looking at these pictures. And they came out like, well, wow.
Yo,
okay.
They were. So hear what I'm about to tell you.
See, I'm not putting all your business out here in these streets. So if folks wanna, that's why I'm not putting it on the screen. So
I jacked up real bad. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. What professionals know, and you better listen to them because they'll tell you. You swear you know everything. I had the ring was on, so you put on automatic, right? When you put on automatic and you choose everything in the camera, it's set. So I put mine on aperture priority, and I had some young guys show up and they were like, "Oh, you got an automatic." I was like, "No," I says aperture priority. Oh, I thought you had an automatic, and I'm like, "So what you mean by that?" And they were like, "No, I shoot manual." I was like, "Cool, I do too." I said, "But when you working," I was like, "You better know to put it in S or A, or you need to have a setting that take care of stuff." And I was like, "You do your own ISO for every shot?" Like, it'd be funny when people first start the game and they look at all of the stuff that makes you the dopest to say, and they go, "Oh, I shoot manual." Okay, that's cute. But your results ain't showing you getting good results. And then they're like, "Yo, OG," I'm like, "What you do? You killing the shots and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't shoot manual all the time. I shoot manual if I'm doing a photo shoot.
Yeah.
But when you're doing an event, you better be damn good as a vet to be sitting there in manual and playing around with sunlight and the sun changing and the clouds jump in and then look like it's going to rain and sun shining up.
You will miss the shot.
You will miss
that light meter with you all the time. So you better have.
I learned the hard way.
You better have one of those triangle metrics already dialed in.
Dude, I put on the aperture priority. So back to this point, I had the camera aperture priority. The problem is once you move that ring, it overrides the priority. So it's sitting at 14 and then I'm bumping it somewhere along the way, and it might have went between 11 and 14 the entire time. Let me tell you, between the quality of that lens, the sensor on the camera, and the filter and Lightroom saved the day.
Yeah.
Not one picture looks like it was a problem. I was like, "Lord Jesus, help me today." I put it in Lightroom.
Also you shooting JPEG or you shooting RAW?
Shooting RAW. That was the thing. If I was shooting in JPEG, I would have been screwed, bro.
You'd have been done with. So there go the lesson. I said, there's a moral to the day for all you photogs and videogs. No. Shoot in the highest quality that you can. Look, JPEG is nice. Is for your little IG, for your little Facebook. But if you out here collecting the check or you building a portfolio, you're gonna go back to the studio and you're gonna want to do some editing, some post-processing. That's why Lightroom is Lightroom. Man. I know there's some other ones too. There's I don't even mess with the other ones, but listen, Adobe is Adobe for a reason.
I'm like, what's that? ODB, baby, I like it raw.
Flashing
I
back with
like
that one
it.
right there. Flashing back with that one.
I like it raw, boy. Just put me in raw. I'm like, shoot. The young boy that was talking to me, I was just like, and he didn't even understand. And I said, well, the other thing is when you shoot in raw, like even the picture profiles don't even matter in your Sony.
Yeah.
Like it means a hill of beans when you shoot in raw, because unless the only thing I do is a trick that I use is I have a setting where the camera, you look through the viewfinder, it's black and white. And that's so I can, visualize composition and just ignore all colors and set based on black and white. But then when you put it in the computer, it's going to show black and white, but then it's color.
Right.
But it actually helps me. That's a secret to composing some good color shots, is if you look at the scene that you're in and you say, oh, it's nice colors, right? Then you can like go around the room and just shoot black and white the entire time. So you can just concentrate on composition and lighting. Like that literally helps you to catch the lights. Very good. Very good.
Masterclass right there. Hopefully y'all paid when y'all came in, because Professor Pelzer is giving y'all some gems here. Rich Vibes, I see you in the building, brother. I know you rocking. I know Rich Vibes got him a Digi Scoop. He got him the new snapback. So I saw the picture. Appreciate you, brother.
Nice.
Didn't know it took so long to ship from California or from the United States to the UK, but I'm glad he finally got his. But that's I like that. I'm gonna try that, shooting in black and white.
Yeah.
To lock in that composition, takes the distraction out of color as well. So okay, I'm gonna try that.
I mean, so I was around a Leica shooter, right? And my man had a whatever Leica camera it is that's expensive as jacks, and it's a black and white. He had that camera, and it's like, what?
I had to say all of them are.
Oh yeah, they all. No, they got some cheaper ones. I was shocked.
Oh, we're choking on the drink.
I was shocked.
All of them.
No, they got some cheaper ones. They got some cheaper ones, but it's like if you want to like front with it, it's kind of, what the cheaper Leica cameras is like getting a Louis Vuitton keychain. like you like, yeah, you got Louis, like I got a lot of name brand stuff. I got Gucci, Louis Vuitton. It's like, let me see your Gucci stuff. It's like you got a keychain joint. Like, look at my Louis Vuitton joint. It's like, what's that? Oh, this like it hold my car key on the joint. But see, if you look real close, it say Louis Vuitton right there.
Spelled backwards. Oh, well, where'd you get that at? The flea market? Well, don't worry about what I got. Don't worry about
and the Louis is wrapped around underneath. You see goo, and you got to turn it over to see chi. It's like Gucci.
Folks, keep
you be like, what is that called? Oach. It's like, oh, that's a Coach bag. Oh, okay.
That's that new one. That's that new release. That's that new one. Listen, I had to learn all what's new, what's real and what's not real, because my wife can sniff out a real Louis from miles away. So I had to make sure. Okay, I had to make sure I just knew to get the real one.
Christo said, "Baby, I got your money."
Yeah.
Dude,
Chris, no. He in the business. He know. He old school too.
My bad. Looking at the comments, Rich, you right. Rich Vibes. You shoot smarter, not harder. Mm-hmm. But yo, quick 30 seconds on that. The kid, I started piecing through him, and I went into kind of like the OG mode and teach the young boy, because he's like, he was talking to me and I was teaching him, but I was like, you shoot in RAW, right? And then he said something about automatic. I said, I don't put the cameras on automatic because I don't trust what they're going to focus on. So I said, if you have a digital camera, you're automatically doing something automatic. And he was like, he was like one of them brothers that kind of like, unpack that OG. And I was like, I said, let me ask you a question. He was like, yeah, because I got this Nikon, but I'm trying to get that Sony joint. And he said, because I like the Sony because of the eye tracking. And I was like, so let me ask you a question. I said, do you manually focus your shot? And he was like, huh? I was like, do you actually dial in? I said, like right now, see them girls over there? We just got finished a model shoot. Yeah. It was like a open model shoot. And I said, if we lifted our cameras right up and we both were going to get a picture there, I said, I got this little centerpiece button and I'm going to just put it on their face. It's going to dial in on the eye. I'm going to compose my shot and shoot it with my aperture priority. I said, now you say you shoot full manual. I said, but let me ask you a question. When you say manual, do you mean you manually autofocus it? And he was like, huh? I said, like certain lenses, like if you were to put a Cine lens on your camera, I said, it don't have autofocus unless it's a certain brand. And he was like, oh. I said, so they're moving. So are you telling me that you're going to dial right in to get the shot sharp? And he was stuck. And I was like, he was like, well, it all depends on the camera. I said, so you using automatic something? Yeah. So he was looking. I said, because it's like automatic eye focus. So I said, because you're not focusing on the eye, you're just pointing the camera. You put an area, and once you hit that, the camera locks in on it. And I was like, so now you can move around and compose your shot. So once you click that button, you didn't actually do the focus, the camera did it. So he's like, he's stuck. I said, so what is the absolute statement of manual? So he couldn't answer it. He was kind of stuck. And I was like, listen, I said all that to say, don't walk around judging how people do what they do. Yeah. Learn how to do what you do. I said, so, and then you make the best of how you do it. I said, so if you stuck on the authenticity of photo, I said, shoot. And I brought up the guy, Jared, like, I shoot raw. I say, he goes to the Philly games with brand new cameras, and then he pulls out an old accordion looking camera, takes the shot, goes home and develops it in a dark room, and then presents the picture. I said, he gets the respect of talking about manual shooting. Yeah. You don't.
Yeah. Okay. One of you have never been in the dark room to develop your own photos. You can't speak on that.
I ain't never been in a dark room. I mean,
I used to develop photos, pictures when I used to shoot Pentax. I said this on Eden Show the other day. Yeah, I used to shoot Pentax, old film, black and white. Spent a lot of time in the dark room, so hone those skills there, man. But yeah, manual. No, I don't even buy Cine lenses that are manual focus. Just because I don't trust myself to that degree that I need. Right. Plus, I've got spoiled. I got spoiled by Sony. Look, right now, it's tracking both eyes, even through the glasses, through the glare.
Right.
I mean, listen, I'm not that good.
And look, you probably like me now. Two of the cameras, I got them in manual, right? I got a manual set, but they're stationary in the room. Right. But the autofocus on the eye is I still got it in the proximity. One camera will just say anything in this range, find a person in there and dial in on the eye. Yeah. It's, I get what the kid was trying to say, but I was just like, that's not what makes you a dope photographer.
Yeah. Don't throw shade at somebody for the wrong reason. Now, I do wish, speaking Sony, and what else is out there was popular right now. I actually wish more Sony cameras were highlighted at the Olympics right now, because Canon's got the Olympics.
Oh yeah, they crush it.
Right, so I think that one photo of the surfer levitating after his his wave, I think that was the Sony one. There was another one, the road race that got ended in front of the Eiffel Tower. And I think that was taken with a Canon too. So it'd be nice to see some Sony out there. Sonys out there.
Listen, the A9, after we went in the store and I put that in my hand, I don't need it. I don't think I'll ever buy it unless I change my focus. But I understand it. Like, trust me, I understand it. It is absolute fire. If I was doing sports, I would pony and get that A9 III, period. Bottom line. I mean, an A1 is great if you already had it, but if you're just jumping into it, I would get an A9 III, like hands down. Because the way I create, and I know that I'm going to, especially if I was doing football this season, man, I'm dialing in on, like, I promise you, I will see what most photographers ain't going to see with a Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at I'm dialing in on the plays to see where I think the play is going so I can get the shot. And when you take that thing and the way it sounded, and you know you just got 120 raw pictures.
I'm looking for, so speaking of the Olympics again, so there was a shot of the race of the 100-meter dash. Where Noah Lyles won by the length of his braid, right? And there was a succession photo that was taken showing at each step throughout the race. Let me see if I can find that. I'm hoping that I was taken with.
Was it an A9?
I'm hoping so. Either, let me see here.
Because Sony don't have. I mean, Canon doesn't have anything like that. So Canon's best. I don't know specs like that, but I think it was like a quarter of what the A9 can do, but it was just that much more than enough. Chris said Keith wants to count the blades of grass when the eagles touch flesh.
Yes, he does.
That's good. That's good, Chris.
Yes,
that's good.
He does, right? Yes, he does, man. Listen.
But look, Chris, the crazy thing is I just literally I wouldn't even try to jump into it because then I'd have to change everything, you know. So David's got a question while you're doing that. I'm gonna get right to that. Yeah. So David, your question is, what's my opinion on the Sony A7C R? Here's the wild thing about Sony that really will piss you off. My A7C R is technically better. Hear what I just said. Better. Better is relative. Let me qualify that. Better is relative, but better than my A7R IV. Here's my point. The A7C R is a compact version of the A7R IV with months later technology of Sony. So I can do stuff in my A7C R, like it throws a masking where I can look through the viewfinder and see the 4x5 shot, period. It literally like shades the sides. And you can't do that in the A7R V. They probably can do an update to do that, but it seems so minute. Like, well, why would you need that? What it does, you can just do it with the, the grid, but this is not grid. So think of the grid, but it shades it so that when you compose the shot, you're composing exactly what you do in post-processing. So in Lightroom, when I hit 4x5 and crop all the pictures for posting for Facebook and Instagram, the picture, I don't have to go back and touch it out of the A7C R. The other thing is the A7C R, the tracking on there is actually 25% better than the A7R V. That really sucks. So the dilemma that somebody will have is, here's the A7R V. If you're doing an event, you want the, battery grip, double batteries in there, it's 60, 61, 62 megapixels, cool. So is the A7C R, but the A7C R, you don't really want to look through the viewfinder, but if you had an event where you mostly holding the camera out here, it's more compact, and if you got a 70 to 200, you're just holding it here. So you actually just firing, popping, and when I say the tracking is a monster on there, the tracking is phenomenal. The A7R V, the 4, I did most of those pictures James showed you, that was with the A7 IV. And the 4 is great. It's less work afterwards. When you upload, it's only 41 megapixels. If you shoot right, no more than 20% cropping at most, your pictures are going to be fine. Way more than enough for IG or anything else, even prints. But the A7R V and the A7C R are my go-tos. They're my go-tos. So my thoughts on it, it's such a great camera, man. But that's if you like the compact. The other great thing is you can put, James was out with us, and I had the 24 compact lens on there. You literally can shoot with that lens.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna miss nothing.
When I picked that up, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm listen, man.
It's a cheat.
You almost had me sold right then and there. Right then and there.
It's a great camera. You gotta want to have the small body, and you'll have to put a cage on there. If you don't put a cage on there, nope. You need a cage on there because it's too small for the average like man's hand. For a female, oh man, women are fine. But for a male, you're gonna need a cage, or you want to put the grip on the bottom to hold it better. And you don't want too long of a lens unless you have a big lens where you're holding it with two hands, but you kind of don't want to walk around with an 85 on there, too heavy, so I don't know, to each his own. I have my need for it. I normally carry that when I'm just casually going out, and I got that so I can keep up with the same quality that I would have with my other two. My other two cameras now, the A7R4, I mean the A7 IV and the A7R5, those are my workhorses. 28 to 70, 70 to 200, hold fast, strap them on. I got the whole event covered. I'm good.
Cover everything. There's not a shot that you will miss, and if there is a shot that's missed, the shot wasn't worthwhile in and of itself. So
somebody put up that Tamron, that somebody said something about a Tamron I saw in the comments section. I think it was a while back, but they're right.
Let's see. I know I saw Gretchen says she taught darkroom back in the day with them Huskies. That's UW, right? I gotta make sure I get them right. University of Washington. That's the Huskies. Yeah.
Oh, David was asking about the Samyang 35 to 150 and the Tamron 28 to 200. I think they're like 4.5 or something like that. I don't think they're 2.8s. That's what makes the Sony G Master the bomb. And look, anybody out there on a budget, that Sigma 70 to 200 2.8. I mean, it's a little heavier, but if you're trying to save money, the Sigma rival with anything Sony, you can't miss if you're trying to save the money. I just feel way more confident with Sony.
Yeah. Same with me.
I have to have a combination where you can't miss.
And like I say a lot, you get what you pay for, right? I switched completely Sony body, Sony glass because I was having focus breathing problems with
something other than the Sony.
Yeah, so I had the A7R IV. I had the A7 IV, and I had it may have been Tamron, Rokinol, somebody. No, it was a Viltrox. It was a Viltrox lens, and I wasn't gonna throw away the Sony, so I threw away the lens. I gave it back, returned it. But again, when I switched to same body, same manufacturer, same lens, no issues at all, and that's just again personal preference, personal choice for both of us. Just Sony body, Sony lens, Sony batteries. I'm gonna pay $3,000 for a camera. I'm not gonna pay $15 for a dummy battery. I'm gonna go ahead and pay the right price for everything that goes with the whole ecosystem. I'm not gonna have one single point of failure being a cheap SD card or cheap dummy battery, or even cheap down to cables. Man, I buy Condor Blue cables, right? So I spend a couple extra bucks for name brand recognized cables,
right?
And it's because if something does go wrong, it's my fault, and it's not necessarily the gear's fault because it's got a long lifespan, so I don't necessarily have to worry about any of that stuff. So but y'all go ahead. You'll learn today. You'll learn one of these days. You may mess around and buy something from the flea market, from Denios. That's the local flea market that we have in our area, Denios. So.
Like, here's a perfect example of something that's.
Oh man, what you got?
No, this is old. So I got this back by the time you met me. I had this. This was one of the first full frame. I got this thing was less than $600, right? But what it is it's the Tamron 70 to 300. Right? 70 to 300, but it's only a 4.5 to 6.3, right? So when you out at 300, you at 6.3. And when you're at 70, you get 4.5. The thing with this is, though, when you put this on, my son taught me something. When you put this on the A7R IV or the A7C R, you can get sports photography and you won't really know that I took it with this versus the Sony G Master, technically, right? When you finish your picture the way you normally do it, you still get the shot with these lenses. So the only problem that we do have with technology and name brands, you can get this stuff done with just about any lens. Like sometimes people just get, I mean, it's guys on YouTube. Here's the kit lens. I mean, I literally could throw this thing in the trash, but if I left everything home and this is all I had, I'm still gonna get the shot. It's just gonna be relative to me and be like, oh, I wish I had my Sony G Master. And it's like, yeah, but this, to your point though, this is a Sony lens. It's just a kit lens. So kit takes away Sony. We don't even think Sony brand. We be like, it's a kit lens. So we kind of squash it, even though it is a Sony. But honestly, you can get everything done on this lens, and it's a zoom lens too. What is this kit lens? It's a 16-50. I get great shots on it if you compose it right. It's just, to your point, I think getting the more quality, if you will, it overall, it does have its pluses in it. So I think a lot of times people, their discussion is more so based on money. And if money is the thing, that's where the Sigmas come in at and say, hey, just get the 2470 Sigma. And anybody out there that's trying to think about it, if you ain't trying to get a Sigma 2470, if you're not getting a Sony G Master 2 2470, and you say I need to save money and get a Sigma, if you really want to save money, you can get the first version 2470 Sigma. I promise you, because the lens that I shot with at the event I just did, I had the 2870, and I floated around there with an A7R, an A7R and a 4, and it was fine. None of my pictures say that it was a cheaper Sigma lens. So the 2470 version 1 is better than the lens I was shooting with. The version 2 is better. The Sony is better than both of those, but the Sony costs double the price. So the first version is only $889. It's $900. If you're on a tight budget, you can get that. And I'm telling y'all, I follow bona fide professionals, and and this is the code on the street of professionals. Watch this here, James. They said that a real pro literally can do 75% of his work with a 24-70 and one flash. I was done. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna buy nothing else. So that's my, when you see me with a G Master 2 2470, that's probably gonna be the last lens I'm gonna mess with. I was shot. The guy that shoots for Kirk Franklin, all these dope Kirk Franklin shots, if you watch his BTS, his name is Chris Kavanaugh or Chris something. Big guy, he live in Texas. When he do the shoot with Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond and all of them dudes, you know, Tamala Man, Ty Tribbett and all of them, he comes out with a 2470. 2470. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I mean, and he got the lens all the way out. He's at 70 and he's sitting there tethering with a 2470. Blew my mind. Another guy, he's going to have that 70 to 200 and he's going to shoot everything with that. But all this other, I'm going to get this prime, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get that. Tomato, bro. Tomato. Oh, your mic is off. This never happened to James before.
Well, I was eating. Hold on.
There you go.
What happened? I was when I went off screen, I was hitting my.
That never happened to you. You're always on point.
I just say again. I'm a little. Well, listen. When I went off screen, I was crunching on these almonds. And I wanted to make sure not to be distracting while you was going through the lesson plan for the day. What had happened was, I was like,
is he talking? Is he talking? And it's like,
and another thing. Oh, what? I was gonna say something profound too. I forgot what.
please remember it.
I don't know. JJSC Tech, what it do? See, appreciate you. I think I was going to say something like we
with the lenses or something, right?
Who's to blame for having new skills? I'm not even going to call them anything negative. I'm just going to say some people having new skills and logging on, hearing quote unquote experts, subject matter experts, whatever, seeing all the YouTube videos saying go buy that $3,000 camera and that $2,000 lens, when again they don't know about exposure triangle, they don't know about white balance, they don't know how to even use the gear. Are coming from taking pictures with their Android or their iPhone and only going to post anyway to a social network and never going to take photos off of their phone because everyone's always buys a phone and they never do anything with them. So why if your skills aren't ready for a $5,000 kit, A7R IV and a 24 to 70 Sigma, I'm just looking at prices, adding all that up, and then flash, and then all that. Why do that when you should learn the fundamental? Take a class. Go to your local, I don't know, Action Camera. That's my local spot. Shouts out to Action Camera. They know me well. But right, go and learn the art, so you can appreciate the art and the technique behind the scenes. What to do when you are all the way open on your aperture, right? All the way open, and you didn't expect it. Learn the software too. Right, learn the Adobe suite. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of Lightroom, Photoshop.
Look what Gretchen said.
Be afraid of
Look what Gretchen said. It gets you. So I'm gonna take and put together what you just said and what Gretchen's saying. Experience, right? Gretchen hit it right on.
There you go. See, she talking about Africa, and I'm getting ready to go to Africa.
That's why I'm looking at it, because I'm like, look what she says though. She 24/70, right? And then that 100 to 500 range. Smart move, right? Because when you at 70, she's not missing anything in between 70 and 100. I mean, either the tiger's far away or he real close.
I
right?
I can't have it too close. Listen, when I roll, I can't have it too close.
Somebody can argue that and be like, oh, Gretchen, you need a 70 to something. It's like, no, she don't. And then she, like she said, she put a doubler on there. That's the other thing that I would get is a doubler magnifier. And I watched all the videos where they like,
she said the doubler. She said the word. You can tell she canon, folks. She said the word doubler.
Oh yeah. They're going to say, oh, well, but the thing is, it'll this, that, and the third. And the only thing I saw on a doubler is if you don't have it on a tripod, you may have a problem. But if you got it on the tripod and you study, boom. But like that's smart. She got the 1 to 500. You in Africa. I mean, you in the darn bus and you trying to get the elephant across the field, right? You need long range. Yeah. Like the camera that you thinking about is still a good choice too, because it's going to get way in there. And at the end of the day, unless you're trying to print a photo for the foyer area, that's when you need the higher quality lens and the higher quality sensor if you're going to print a picture for the foyer. If you're printing a picture to put on your wall or something, most of the cameras is going to get it. You're going to be fine if you compose it right. And like she put on there, you can cover it with 2 cameras. Somebody argued a point and they said, oh, I just take one body and lenses. Dude, if the body goes out, you're stuck. The other thing is at events, the last thing you want to be doing, especially if you're doing a wedding out in a desert, a beach, or in a smoky area, you don't want to be popping the lens off and on and switching and the body all exposed and stuff. That's why you carry the 2 cameras. You put the one joint on here, the one on there. And I'm just picking up. I'm shooting afar the other day. I'm shooting across the pool. 2 ladies come out. Oh, can you get this real quick? Cool. Switch to that one. Pow. Then somebody doing something across there. Pow. I have that's the other thing. The flash, dude, that little retro flash, golden. Golden. I don't even put a flash on the camera. I feel bad. I'll be from here. Pow. Pow, 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 pow. Man, that flash is everything.
There is a story. Shouts out, first of all, Rich Vibes Good night, brother. Appreciate you, man. I'll holler at you.
From across the pond, right?
Yeah, Yolanda. Hold on. I see. Check this out. Hold on. And then we're gonna talk about this flash.
Go ahead. Sure. Put on your full screen.
It's coming.
Oh, cam link.
It's coming.
There it is.
I'm trifling. Don't. I have no excuse, but there it is. I owe her this cam link. So back to this right here. I walk into B&H with Keith Pelzer, y'all. And
that guy, I didn't want to get him fired.
I walk into B&H with Keith Pelzer. Keith say, listen, I want to get this woo-woo, this Godox Lux vintage flash. Older gentleman, seasoned, been around for a minute, probably been there for years. He says, "No, you know what, man, we don't have that one. I got this other one though." Keith said, "Listen, man, okay, I'm gonna give you one more time. I'm gonna give you one more again."
Lying.
I came here for this. I walked all the way from Philadelphia to New York just for this. And check your inventory one more time. No, we don't have it, man. I'm sorry. We can order it. I can ship it to you. Woo. Keith said, "Listen, man, you done struck out. I got it in my cart." Keith showed the man his phone. It was in stock. Keith just made the man look miserable, and I'm standing there just laughing at both of them because I didn't know if we was going to have some furniture moving or what. Because
you should have had your Ray-Bans on, because I was about to work him and had him give me that thing for free.
I didn't listen. I thought there was going to be. You tried to get a discount. You got it, but you didn't get the discount. But you got the unit. It ended up being it was in stock. But
he tried to play me like I was dumb too. So ladies and gentlemen, what he did was he's behind the counter. And I walk over and I tell him exactly what I needed. Mind you, it's already in the basket. I explained it to him. So he goes and I'm like, "Oh, this is it." I'm like, "James, wait till you see this." He comes back out with the old plastic version, right? And I'm like, "Yo, that's not it." He was like, "Oh, this the only one we have." I'm like, "Nah." I was like, "No, it can't be." And I was like, "Dude, that's not it." I said, "No, the Lux, the Lux Master." And he was like, "No, this is it. It's the plastic camera. It's got the plastic thing, and it's got the thing on there." And I was like, and so he's literally like trying to put it in my basket and stuff. I'm like, "I don't want that. I want the other one." And so he was like, "We don't have that." I was like, You want to bet some money on it?" And so he looking all dumb.
Keith's mouth too,
I was like, "Yo, so you want to bet some money on it? You got that flash." Because I was like, I just want it now, and I don't want to wait till I get back to Philly. So I'm like, so I want to take it out of this store because we about to go catch up with our wives, and I want to try this flash. So he's sitting there looking, and he literally fumbling on the computer like he still don't see it. And I'm like, "That's strange."
Yeah.
And I pulled out my phone. I was like, "Here it is, right here in my basket." He was like, "Oh,
that one."
That one. I'm like, "What you trying to do?" It's like, because remember, they got like 2 left in stock or something.
Yeah, and I said out loud, and I probably shouldn't, but I did it anyway. I said, "Yeah, brother, you was trying to hold that for yourself, weren't you? You probably had that back."
Wait, well, man, but JJ said, "That's crazy. B&H employees are usually like that." I don't think he was doing that, but it seemed like he was doing it, Jake. I was like,
I think he had that saved for himself or for somebody that he knew, because he was really trying to, like, don't look over there. What's going on behind the curtain? Look over here at this one right here that I'm trying to get.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, he was setting me up like I was ready to buy the other one that he suggested, and then he was saying, "This is plastic. It's still good though." And I'm like, I didn't ask you about that one. I asked you about the one that's right here in the B&H basket in my app. I was like, "I can push this button and get this right now and pick it up downstairs."
Yeah, but I want to get it from you. I'm trying to
right. So I just want to make sure before we call the manager over here that you know what you're doing over here, because I respect y'all for quality and transparency. And so, yeah, my man, I was just like, I don't know what his hustle was, but I was like,
it was not a good look. Listen, I tell you what, we got to say, you gotta go to the right ones. Help us to help us, brother. I mean, listen, next time we go, we just gonna we know to call Sammy, right? We know to call the superstar, but we got to get in touch with you, JJ at C, right? Because we was almost getting the runaround. Listen, I want to go back to Brother C here, because very rarely do I get Mr. C in the comments, and I'm trying to get on his show. I done known the man for, well, okay, I'm not gonna get on that. I'm trying to get on his show though. Oh Lord, look at Keith. I'm talking Keith to mess around and froze. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. Hold on, screenshot that right there. Bam. Oh, Lord, he'll call back in half a second, y'all. And Jeff, I'm not sure if you want to know what he's using, because his stuff done locked up on him. I think. There you go. He'll be back. Let me play the Jeopardy music. I won't even continue the discussion until he come back. I'm not going to talk too bad about him, but again, question from the audience asking about what type of gear we're using from a streaming perspective, and this man's stuff done locked up. I think his battery ran dead. How much you want to bet that it was his battery? Come on, Keith. Well, what I'm using, so while we wait for KP to come back, I'm all Sony again. I got the FX30 running with the 15mm lens going, and so the FX30 is all APS-C. Got that running here. Oh, he didn't switch to another. God, he's great.
Yo, how about the electric went out in the entire neighborhood?
Is that what that?
Yeah, I'm booting back. I got to boot the whole computer up. It went black. Everything just went black. I was like, we pays the bill around here now. Hold up. Listen, I'm going to talk to my old school people out there. See, back in the day, when the finance went right, when everything go out, you look around the neighborhood to make sure everybody else joint went out. And if the neighbor's lights is on, that means you ain't paid the bill. But I looked out the window and all the lights is off. So I was like, oh yeah, the bill paid.
Listen, Gina was gonna come in the room in a minute and be like, boy, did you pay that Virginia Power or whoever it is y'all got?
Yo, I was like, yo, are you kidding me? So look, everybody exclusive here. That's you ain't gotta switch it, but I'm sorry, it's still a little jacked up. The Wi-Fi ain't come back up yet. But
what y'all got? I know there's some hurricanes. You got a storm or something, or
no, that's that. What is it called, Debbie?
Yeah, is it Bertha or Debbie? Who over there?
Debbie over here.
Okay, she over there messing around. Oh yeah, let's see here. Oh yeah, Debbie over there. Curfews in Charleston, South Carolina.
No, Pico be good though. They be like and they send you a text message. They say, hey, it's a power outage. You guys will be back up in about 40 minutes. I'm like, phew.
I took a screenshot of you with your mouth open. I'm gonna keep that. I may use it eventually, but I'm gonna keep that forever. But let me. Why you?
I don't even know where the camera at. I don't even know where the camera at. I'm like, where the camera at?
You don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get back to. So I was answering the question from Jeff about what setups we were using, and then happenstancely, again, I don't know if that's a real word, but I just made it up. Your stuff went down. So Jeff, FX30, 15mm. That's the camera side, and then I'm going into SM7DB. Got the Rodecaster Duo, downsized from the Pro. Just got the Duo today.
Where's the EK? Open up EK.
All Zhiyun light in here, so I got my Zhiyun lights going. I counted these yesterday. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 Elgato products. I got
Alexa, turn on cameras.
I have 4 Stream Decks and all these Elgato products. So I should get some stock in Elgato / Corsair, but I got all that running. But yeah, that's the main thing that's running, man. And I only stream off of this machine. This is the first stream that I've gone back to 2K 24 frames per second.
Alexa, turn on cameras.
So typically I will stream at 1080 30p, just because a lot of the micro content apps that I use, the Minvos, the Opus Clips, the things of that, they only take smaller file sizes, but I'm trying going out at 2K 24 frames, and I'm not seeing any like weird blurring or anything. And I'm serving up a lot of web pages right now. So I think I like this look and I like this feel. So I'm gonna keep it at this frame rate for a while, see how that goes. But that's what we running, man. That's the core product right there. I'm looking into the Elgato prompter, so I'll make sure I look into your eyes, man. So that's what we're using from that perspective. Sure. On the IEMs, I should do another video of what's in the studio. It's a lot, but it's less than what it used to be because I've downsized and become real efficient with what's in here. There's not a lot of extra gear in here just to have extra gear, if that makes sense. So yeah, man. 24. Where am I going in Africa? Where am I going? I'm going to I don't know if my wife's watching. She'd know better, right? Tanzania and Zimbabwe. We're going for 2 weeks, middle of next year. Going with my in-laws, going with full contingent of family. So me, my wife, our 2 kids, my in-laws, and they're also bringing my wife's sister and her family. So it's going to be a gang of us out there doing what we do, and looking forward to it, obviously, but not wanting to get too close to real wildlife. Want to make sure that I stay respectfully at a distance. So that's why I was in particular looking at. We were talking about what am I looking at for camera. This is what I'm considering going with. Point shoot. Just taking this RX 100 V2. All right. 24 to 200. Boom. Just taking that. Put a cage on it though, because it's really small, and get this right here. I like the fact that it's got not just the display there, but it's also got the EVF. So that's what I'm considering taking as my primary only camera when I go on this major trip. And I don't want to undo these big web cameras and these web devices that I got, because I got the, like I said, I got the 30 here, I got A7R IV connected to other places and all that, and I got a 6600 Sony A6600 as well. But again, I don't want to bring a whole bunch of stuff. Lord, here he is again. But that's the plan. What's come on, brother?
Wait, yeah, if you have a 6600, you should just take that with you.
Well, that's I gave it to my daughter, right? So I have one. It's in the building, but
dang, you're a nice dad. You're a real nice dad.
Tell somebody that. Hopefully she's listening. But Daddy gave her.
Sure, I mean, dad. That's cool, dad, right there.
Yeah. So JJSC is talking about that's expensive for a point and shoot, but again, there's that other RX that's stupid.
James, yeah. I'm gonna mess with you, man. I'm gonna mess with you, man.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna mess with you. They talk real good, and I think that would be your choice, right?
So here's the but again, see, that's $3,200 for that one. I can't do it. I might as well get what you got. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with.
See, here's the thing though. Maybe Gretchen can chime in on this. So the thing is, those cameras are like niche because, so think of how you set your studio up in-house, right? Look at all of the cameras. That's like 1 minute we talking Sony camera, next thing we talking about the little small Ozbot, and it can follow me around the room, and I can talk to it and tell it to zoom and turn off. And we're like, wait a minute. In the pandemic, we're arguing Sigma lens is better than so-and-so. And then when I went and got the Tamron, and it's like, oh, that's a Tamron? It's like, yeah, Tamron's great too. Like, it's all relative how you have your room set up, how you have your lighting, this, that, and the third. But you, sir, you are great with your video and your quality. So the thing I would just test you on is having the fact that you do have a 66 in the family, right? If your daughter was like, hey, dad, I ain't gonna be using this for like 3 months, you can go to Africa with that 6600 and be great. APS-C, throw a full frame lens on that joint. You got that whole crop and all that stuff. I promise you, when you come back with your pictures, the way you compose pictures, I'm not going to say you should have had a better camera. And then you're not really going to say, oh, it was so heavy. Oh, because you got that big battery in there.
Yeah.
So you take 2 extra, right? You have your charger.
I got them. I'm looking right there. Yeah, I got the extra batteries.
You can get it done with the 6600. The only reason I wouldn't have an A61 or 64 is because the battery's small. The reason why I wouldn't do a ZV-E10, the battery's too small. I don't know what the ZV-1 battery is, but I would need that 100 and I'm good. So in the Gretchen shoots Canon, but any Sony users out there, that one that you were looking at in the store, I totally understand the concept of that. If I had the extra money, I would take it and try it. But for me, because you know all your lenses in the room, you know your FX, the Sony ecosystem is about the same. So the fact that you can change lens on it, if you and me were close, you could be like, Keith, let me hold that Tamron thing just for extra range, you know, in case I see, you know, a zebra across the field. I'm be like, here, take this with you, but you want to drop it on a full frame camera. You don't want a small compact and then you on a safari truck with everybody else and they coming out with their cameras. You like, oh, I wish I had bought my FX. I wish I had bought. You want something that's like,
I'm out there.
Yeah, but so James, to the point that David was asking, Hunt was asking before, if the thing was I need to be compact, in my realm, I can go anywhere with the A7C R.
Yeah.
Right? And still be the same person I am with the rest of my stuff. What you about to do is grab something else that's not the rest of your stuff.
That's why I keep.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I do, and that's why I keep going backwards and forwards with this conversation. You get it. Even Gretchen gets it right here, right? You know, rent something between now and then. But
she's right. She's right. She's absolutely right. I would rent it because if you rent it, or you close to somebody, you borrow it, you'll get an actual sense. To like, dude, I promise you, I'm so glad the Fuji event is coming to Philly. And I know one of the representatives, and he's like, yo, I want you to be a part of this. But I'm like, I never got that Fuji. And I'm glad I didn't get it because I respect somebody who got it for the reason they got it.
Yeah.
But I was at a couple events and the content creators there, they had the little small Fuji. They had another small joint. And they're like, oh, I wish I had my other camera or something. You're right. I personally don't see a need for compact that's not compatible. Let that sink in.
My goodness.
I believe that your compact should be compatible. Now, Leica shooters, they know why they're shooting Leica. Most Leica shooters that I know, they don't have the big body. So when I'm saying Leica has bigger bodies, but I'm talking about the people that they've always been compact. They just want to pull it out their bag and quick little small compose manual focus something. But for people that are shooting, I do indoor, outdoor, photo shoots, I do events and all of that. But then I'm going out with my wife or I'm just hanging out with the guys. Your compact should be compatible with your commercial. If not, relative to talking about money, as somebody in comment our guy put in there, JJSC Tech, that's expensive for a point and shoot. If it's not compatible with your commercial and your creative stuff, your commercial stuff, you should be able to pull off any one of them lenses off of the camera that you don't want to move. That's your lens kit.
I'm just putting you on blast now because I'm just, the moment that I'm looking for the moment that I put that camera right there in my hand. So that's KP's right there. The moment that we were sitting up there having drinks, and the moment that I put that camera in my hand, I felt something. And I know I'm not going to feel that same thing with the little one. I felt something different, special about this. It felt very comfortable. It felt very comfortable.
And remember, you have the Ray-Bans, right?
Yeah.
And then look at what Chris just put in here. Chris Stone just
and
put.
I got my Osmo Pocket 2, right? So I mean,
okay, so you got video, and then not to mention
I got the Insta360, right? So I mean, I got all the little stuff, but
right. So think about this. You got more than enough equipment to grab content. The next thing is when it comes down to pictures, let it sink in. You'd be better off to rent, right? If you could grab the 66 from Jordan.
Mm-hmm. She probably gonna take it with her though, so she coming too.
Oh, she coming too. Tell her to bring that daggone camera.
Yeah, she coming.
You too. Rent, or you rent a I can't ship this to you, but you rent one of these. you rent a long range lens, right? Renting is not super expensive. Rent the daggone thing, throw it on the A66, and you're not going to miss great pictures with a great camera that's got a body. You can hold a big battery in the 66. You don't even need a camera. Because here's the thing. If you want to say compact, then take your kit lens and throw it on that 66. It's not big at all. It's not going to be that big of a camera. So like that small, that RX or anything else, you ain't when you throw it in the bag, you ain't gonna feel no different. And if you're hanging around your neck, you're supposed to. You in Africa, so you're supposed to hang around your neck unless it's a safety issue.
Yeah, because in case I'm running from a hippo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
I would just
I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you may be speaking some things into existence here. But again, when I put that right there in my hand, and
just do it. And you, the A7 II, I think Dave Hunt put it up there. Look at that. If you were to rent a Tamron 28-200, right? And you get that A7C, you can rent that too. You can rent an A7C, A7R. Like you can rent them joints.
Yeah.
But if you were to grab it,
that ain't me though. I got to. I'm gonna keep the economy going, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy some. I got 28-2. I tell you, while I'm looking at that, okay, F2. So good for the day.
So it's 2.8, and it's like, and what I like about these things are, it's going to go to 5.6, right?
Yeah.
But if you in natural lighting area, you ain't even using a flash.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. All right. And let me stop because I'm gonna mess around and we be live and I'll pull out the Apple Card and end up spending $5,000 and get declined online. I don't want anybody to see that. Let's do this. Jeff was asking about your setup, which is quite elaborate. Go into what you rocking, brother. What's before your power went out? Before your power went out.
It's real simple. So here it is. Y'all can see it. It's a little junky here. The camera there that you seeing it's actually a kit lens on an A5100. It's a kit lens on an A5100. These are A6100s. Up top here is a 6100 that's pointing out to the desk. That is a Tamron lens. It is a wide angle 11-20, right? So that's 20, and there's an 11. That's an APS-C lens though. So it's actually cropped in. And back to this desk. Again, just teleprompter front here. ZV-E10, regular ZV-E10 sitting in front of me. There is a Sigma 16. There's a 30 and a 30 there. There's a jib over there, some other lenses, but that's the setup here. And it's just, I just do 2 soft boxes, put them right there, and that's it. James got his dialed in. I like James soft boxes. James, are you using 2 soft boxes or 1? Like, how are you lighting yourself? Because I like the way you got like a shadow effect.
I got the hard to say the word, the Zhiyun.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I got the I don't know how big that is, but yeah, I got 2 Zhiyuns going. I got the Modus 60 and the Modus 100 rocking over here, and before I go on, I love it. Thank you, Gretchen. Go with what works naturally, and focus on the experience. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
See, she's a vet. She's a vet. She knows what she's talking about. She a vet.
Let's see. Molus, here we go. This is what I'm rocking right here. I got the Molus, the X100 right here, cob. So they're cob lights. So yeah, I got that as my main key light right here. And then I got the carton on it, the crate over it. So, and then I got the 60 right here for my hair light. No, for my field light. So I got the 60 and I got the 100 rocking, and then all of my practicals in the back that are lightning and kind of pulling me from the back. I love it. I got them spread around. Those are all Godox lights back in the back. But yeah, these giants are the truth. Listen, who came out some very similar? Small Rig. I think Small Rig came out with some very similar, but Zhiyun had them out first, so I jumped on those. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking. That's what I'm rocking.
Hey, you see the new Godox? Godox comes out with the AD600 Pro version 2. And I'm looking at the go-getters going in like, oh, and I'm sitting there like, I barely use my 400. I've been rocking 100s lately. I got 2 red 100s going in, bro. I mean, going in. All of those shots I did at that event, they were all, matter of fact, here they go. The 100s, bro.
Oof.
I put I caught them on Amazon sale, and you put the little thing down here, and I'm just walking around with the trigger and just, camera here, throw the flash, you can point it wherever, sunlight over here, you point this over here, pow pow, just lighten them up with a 100. So my 200, I don't even use it no more. The 400 stays in the house, and now they got a new 600 version Pro 2. It syncs up quicker or something like that. I don't know exactly what it do. It's so hot.
Now you got me confused. But see, now you got me confused.
Why?
Because right, you started with Amaran, but that's inside, right? That's inside the room, and then what's the one Doc got? What's the one Doc got?
He does Nan Light.
Yeah, so Amaran and Nan Light, same company, right? So but you had the Amaran.
No, they not. Are they?
Yeah, same company.
No, Aperture and Amaran is the same company.
Isn't that what I said?
Amaran is a toy. You said Nan Light.
Yeah, y'all got me confused.
Yeah, Nan Light is something totally different.
Okay, forget what I said then. Where I was going was you got me confused. Is I thought we were Hobolite fans for the little things. I thought we were the Hobolite.
Oh no! I'm Hobolite, but Hobolite don't have flashes.
Okay.
They're continuous. Okay. So Hobolite is my continuous go-to, along with the Amarans that I have. So the Amarans, I still got the stick lights. Hobolite don't have any stick lights.
Okay.
They only have round and sexy practicals, I call them.
Yeah, the sexy.
The Amarans, I can make them practical. The Aperture or Amarans, I got a mixture of the two. They can be practical, but I don't make them practical. Hobolite is totally practical.
Okay.
And it is overkill. It's the Hasselblad of lights. That's what it is. It's the Hasselblad of lights. So it's kind of like you got to be into a Hasselblad. Gretchen probably got 3 Hasselblad cameras.
Big time. So
yeah, she got them. She got them big time old school cameras right too.
Y'all need to Google. She over there.
Yeah, y'all gotta check her. Y'all gotta check her Wikipedia out. Gretchen. Just type in Gretchen Wikipedia.
Images by Gretchen. So
images by
Dr.
Gretchen.
Stone was saying, so your main is a ZV-E10 with a Sigma. No, your main is
it's a ZV-E10 with a Sigma. Every now and then I'll put the what's his name's on there? The Suri, right?
The snipers.
The Suri snipers, the 1.2s that are phenomenal. When I say phenomenal,
you got 3 of them for the phenomenal price before
for less than $1,000, all 3.
Oh
a 23.
I slept on that.
No, a 33. What is it? A 23, a 33, and a 50, 55, something with 50 something.
I slept on
Next video shoot I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm deliberately using only those lenses. The autofocus is those 3 lenses right there. The autofocus is phenomenal. To be $300.
1.2.
For $300.
Fast.
It's phenomenal. So James, to this point, if I was going to Africa with you, I could be a smart ass and take the 6600 over there. I got my bag. I can take the 6600 and just take those 3 lenses. I'm golden. Only thing I won't have is the reach, but I'm golden. I promise you I'm golden. The pictures will come out great along with video. I can do video and pictures, and it doesn't matter that it's not the same quality as my A7R IV and all this and that and the third, because I'm just only going to show most of this on Instagram anyway. So it's going to be clean cut. The Siri lenses, the 1.2
I'm going to do optical
works.
zoom instead of digital zoom anyway. So, and then I can take care of everything post process. So I'm talking myself into it.
Boom.
So,
telling you, man. You know what it is. If you were totally broke, meaning broke budget wise, and you knew you couldn't get nothing at all,
I'm close.
And you're forced mentally to be like, dang, I got to take this A6600, the DJI, the Insta360, my Ray-Bans, and my phone with my DJI mics. You all pissed, right? But I guarantee you're gonna come back with fire. And nobody's gonna be like, oh, you should have had the other Sony joint. Ain't nobody gonna ask you that. They will look at it and be like, think about when we were out, right? It's you and me there with all even in our compactness, we still had more than enough.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, we got some dope shots.
When Tina was, shouting you out for the restaurant and stuff. Remember, I did that with the A7C.
Yeah.
Right? I just turned it sideways and did a little bit of that. But then some of the other video that we got a mixture between phone, glasses, Insta360, whatever. And we ain't looking at none of the videos
light, dark. Yeah. We
ain't had no lights. We wasn't sitting there. We wasn't pulling out lights and stuff. We just turned the camera on.
All right. Yeah. Let me get this next, get this next ass cap check. I mean, what?
I mean,
let me get this next ass cap check. Let me stop. Let's see. Gretchen said, she said something dope here.
Oh, she ran a medium format.
But see, if you want to really see what focal length you would like or use the most, use the focal length filter in Lightroom. Sort all your photos and see where you have the most. Man. Folks, go subscribe to Gretchen's channel.
No, just for that. She dropping jewels. Yeah. She dropping jewels. Because the way I dialed in
right now, I know. I mean, she know the link. She should just come on camera, but I don't know.
Yeah, she might as well. Listen, I'm going to tell you, Gretchen is on point because in Lightroom, I did that comparison and I looked at, this is when I stopped talking about the cameras the way I was. I pulled up all of the pictures I did on the A7R IV, and then I looked at all of those, dialed in. Then I looked at all the pictures I did on the 4. And I was like, cool. And I made sure I was matching. So I know how to shoot with the 70 to 200 and a Sigma in the smaller range so that my pictures are consistent. I don't want the client to say these pictures look better than that. You know what I mean? So you set the cameras up the right way, and then you learn how to shoot with your lenses. And when I threw the Peter McKinnons on there, it's going to kind of match them together. There's a small thing with the color with the A7 IV and the A7R V. It's something, but it's nothing that you don't fix in Lightroom. Like when I finish my post processing and all, I match them up. But it's straight out of camera. It's something with the 4 that's different from the 5. I can't put my hand on what it is, but it's not significant where it like bothers anything.
People that are buying her pictures don't care about the device.
Boom. There it is. That last statement she hit it right on the money. The 5 people that have bought that, they never ask what kind of camera did you shoot it on.
There you go. Get out of our own way. Listen, man. KP, before your lights go out one more again.
Yes, sir. It stopped raining, but I don't know. You know, ain't it funny that the lights don't go out most of the time when it's raining hard? It'll be like the storm kind of passed and all of a sudden the whole neighborhood go dark. You like, well, how'd that happen? It might be a tree or something that fell over late, but yeah. Dave, you're right. That's gold. Go ahead, James. What was your question?
Oh no,
go for it.
I was gonna cut you. I'm gonna bring this plane in. We're just gonna go ahead and bring this plane in. But
no, bring it in.
You know, I'm just checking. You know, the center of Debbie. Y'all be safe out there. Tropical storm Debbie is out there doing little things. Yeah, you know, doing some things. But
yeah, we raining until Saturday, I think. So I'm gonna be in the house riding a bike on the trainer.
like your birthday ride. Yeah, hey, we Keith turned 50 and he was riding.
I'm gonna be in the garage. I got Ecamm in there, so I'm gonna just.
I tried to stay with you for all 50 miles, but I you know, I dozed off a little bit. I know you was doing it. I was doing it. Anybody got any questions before we taxi in? But you know, Keith over there looking, he doing something. He doing
DJ A Boogie from Hennessy. He I'm seeing if he used any of the pictures that I did. This is a video of the event. This is his photographer guy, but he was like, I'm gonna do a recap, and he was like, you know, if there's any particular pictures that you took that you want me to use, he said, let me know. But this is all video. Name is DJ A Boogie. That's the party I was at. Let me see if they got any shots of me. DJ A Boogie. And that's a Crystal Bailey event. But that's the house, the party, and stuff. So you see him on Instagram? Is DJ? Yeah. Yep. So that video, if you look at what's going on there, that's the party we was at. That's the crib. Yeah, I'm not in the video. I ain't make the cut in the video, so it's not in the photographers. But
yeah, but I'm not going to show it.
They were just pouring Henny nonstop. I mean, nonstop Hennessy, just going. Hennessy this, Hennessy that.
So the dude here that says he's Lil Kim's official tour DJ, is that? I'm seeing
so it's DJ.
Oh, this is
DJ AYE.
Oh, this is DJ Boogie. I don't have DJ.
No, DJ AYE.
I was wondering because I'm like, hey man, you sure you?
No,
you got some things on.
No, DJ AYE Boogie. Yep.
What party were you at? I was like, you really want me to show? I didn't want to show.
See, you like, wait a minute.
Boogie is doing some other things. Okay.
No.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
This the official Hennessy guy, DJ AYE Boogie. Okay. Yeah, that was the event I did all them shots at, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was the lighting the entire time. It's just sunshine, and it was hot. So you need filters on out there in them streets. Goodness gracious.
Gotta have a little ND.
Yeah, gotta have some ND. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Make the cut. You didn't make the cut. Hold on. I'm on.
Well, no, because I was working it, so you may have to slow that down and see. You saw Tina? That was Tina just back there when he was throwing the ball. That's Tina in there with the hat on and the blue.
Dope.
So yeah, I seen her twice. Tina's in the video twice. They ain't got me in the cut. I ain't make the cut
at all. At all.
I ain't getting the video shot.
You just with the working folks, you know. You know, you in the kitchen every time we go in the kitchen. I'm like, man, he got me. So yeah, when it's about to come up, when he bouncing the ball, he gonna see him. Y'all got mermaids 3, and everything. Lord have mercy.
Here it comes. There you go. He about to bounce the ball. That's DJ A Boogie. They're gonna show him again, bounce the ball. Tina's gonna be right in the back with the blue and the hat sitting at the table. Here it comes. Hennessy. Boom, boom. Did you see dancing? They got her dancing.
Oh my God!
You just missed the dancing,
Okay,
and then here go right there. That was her in the back, right to the red table.
I got dizzy just trying. Listen, too many cuts, too many jump cuts.
You're like, I can't. Yo, what is up with that? Hold up. You take the last word, but because you do great video edits, I like it. I don't know if you're doing it in CapCut, whatever. I know how to do it. I just don't have the tolerance for it. But what is with the cuts are so quick in most of these things that I'm like, I miss the feel of what you're trying to show me because the cuts are just.
Wow. Man, we could go a whole hour just on that.
Okay.
And we could get some of the C's in here, and we can get the stones in here as well, man. It's a weird catch-22, right? Because if you're trying to, and I'll just be brief, but if you're trying to do it short, YouTube short, it's got to be 60 seconds, and you got to capture that audience. And the thing is, we're trying to capture the younger audience. We really are, because the ones that are on these mobile devices, that are on these social networks, 30, 60, 90 second attention span. So trying to get that message out in that amount of time, especially if it's spoken head to folks like right now. When I chop this up, it's got to be quick, succinct, to the point, have a message. It's got to be that, and then there's got to be a pattern interrupt, right? So that's the glitch, or that's the caption, or that's the light flare, or the music right there. So there's got to be kind of that mental pattern interrupt, that different dopamine hits, right? Folks want to see us, they want to see pictures and all that, but then they want some AI. They want some, not AI, but they want B-roll, and they want to hear the music. Then they want the cut. Right, so and to get all of that in a 60-second short, or a 90-second reel, or that's really the length of time that folks are going to pay attention. Okay, and you kind of gotta do some of those things, but not to an extreme. So I have been using DaVinci, and I have been using CapCut. I've consciously moved off of Final Cut because I know Final Cut. I'm trying to teach myself other tools.
Okay.
All right. So I've just like my whole Canva conversation, right? I knew Canva. I moved off of that completely and use other tools as well to do that thing. But for the quick edits, I've been using 3 tools. I've been using Scenery.video. I've been using DaVinci Resolve and CapCut. And don't sleep on CapCut, because again, man, when I'm on my mobile phone, and I'm sitting in the parking lot or whatever the case may be, I can spin something up really quick. So I love that, and then I also love what Scenery does. So that's a long answer short to answer your question. You got to get them quick dopamine hits in 30, 60, 90 seconds for them kids, because them kids are the ones that are watching it, and they're the ones that are going to share it. With everyone in their circle. But man, come on, man, don't sell yourself short. The stuff you putting out too, I appreciate the love on the stuff that I'm doing. Listen, and someone like a Chris Stone who's still here, he knows I'm very he uses the word intentional. A lot of folks use the word I'm anal. I'm very specific about the things that go. I know I'm a pixel peeper when it comes to every single thing about the stuff I put out. So I appreciate the love on that. But the stuff that you put out too is it tells the story, right? That 30-second reel that you're putting out. I saw her. There we go. I just saw her. I'm over here watching the video again. I just saw her.
Oh, and then James, you trust the process, right? Like, Gretchen is who she is because Gretchen, and what we would argue is, I would still say we're always still in our prime, but that real claim of prime, like when you drop something like she dropped on a medium format, and the picture that has sold the most of the lion that she took, whatever equipment she used, nobody's asking her what kind of camera. What that goes to show is, now in a creator circle, we're interested in what did you use, but she's having that conversation with us because we're not caught up in what you use. We're asking for a reason. So like, if I tell people how I flow to events, I'm intentional. Like you said with you, pixel people and everything. the inside of my case matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like so what I just did, the reason why I reformatted my 935 bag, right? I'm gonna let you go. But the reason why I reformatted, because I formatted it first where you literally take the lens off the body, put the cap on there and put the cameras in. And then you had the lenses, then you had this, that, and third. I started noticing a couple of places I was going, dude just pulling the camera right out the bag. Pow, 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 put it away. Oh, something else. You don't have time, right? To, like in Jersey, you got to take your gun apart. So anybody carry firearms, in Jersey, you got to take it apart. In some states, you can have everything there, just got to have it visible and seen. But the the stuff you need to get the job done is all together.
Mm-hmm.
They have one state where you got to put one piece in the trunk and one piece up here.
Yeah,
it's like, well, something go down, you got to run all over and you missed the shot. Metaphoric, right? But same thing with the camera. Why would you have a body and you got to put all this stuff together and then no, I need to open up that floating safe case, right? Impact proof case, and pull the camera out, click one button, get the shot.
Be ready.
So I had to reformat the bag so I can put the camera in there with the 70-200 on one, and then the other one is a short range. So at all times, when you see me with my 935 bag case, I can open that up and jump out and catch long and short range instantly. Boom.
That's the tutorial you need to film right there this weekend.
And then my hold fast, I got an extra hold fast that I keep in the car at all times just in case. And I don't know if I said it on here or not. No, I didn't say it on here. I was leaving church. I had to do a sermon. I preached out in West Philly. I'm on the way home. I'm tired. This is after we came back from New York. I had to go and do a choir anniversary. I'm coming home, and one of the girls that I met in Harlem at the church I went to in Harlem, she got COVID at the last minute and said, "Hey, can you do this?" And I'm not going to name the amount money, but it was a nice piece of change. And I'm like, sure. I can do that. I was tired as Jack James. I was on the way home like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I need an after church nap, the whole nine. She hit me and was like, yo, I called 3 people up. I'm waiting on everybody to hit me back. But she was like, yo, this how much the contract for. I got COVID. And, but she was like, look, it's a birthday party. You got to be on point. She's like, I called you because I know you know how to get the job done.
Yeah.
I just happened to have with me my 70-200 G Master, and I had a 24-70 lens in me.
That's all you need.
Bro, I went I had a 35. I had a 70-200, but I only had a 35 for short range and a 24 on the compact camera, the picture you pulled up. I was like, yo, what time we got to be there? I shot across the turnpike, went there. I tore that thing up, man. I was pow, 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 pow. Had a flat. You got to be ye also ready. And so you have to equip yourself so that you're ready at all times. And people were like, man, you bring your butt. I said, listen, I keeps me something to capture on me at all times, period. That's it. It's very rare that you'll catch me without a camera.
Be ye.
That's old church joint. Be ye also ready.
That's me. That's
something right Mama Hicks would understand. You know what I'm saying? That's Mama Hicks would understand that. Be ye also ready.
That is not NIV right there, boy. That's King James right there. Good Lord, amen.
That's King Hicks James.
That's it right there, boy. And we gonna open the doors.
Go ahead, close it out,
for your tithes and your offerings. And amen. Amen. If all minds are clear,
all hearts and minds are clear. Govern yourselves accordingly.
This is who we are, folks. This is who we are. We come from them church streets, and we gonna bring that attitude with us, bring that atmosphere and emotion. Hopefully y'all got some value out of this. Come back with us next time. Too. Come back with us next time. I'm sure Keith won't have a hurricane going in his world, and we can do what we need to do. See, I can tell I gotta move my stuff out of the way there. It's a little blurry, but I'm gonna take care of that. Appreciate you. So Thursday, can you recommend a shoulder harness? David coming with the questions at the 11th hour.
Hold fast, man. Answer that. Hold fast.
Hold fast.
That's where you want to go. And Gretchen's so on point. What is the purpose you have when picking up that camera? Everybody need to answer that question. If you're in photography, ask yourself the question. What is the purpose? For some of these folk, the only purpose they have is to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that, Mr. Wonderful. How do I make money? Right? It's not a bad thing. But if you call yourself a creative, I'm with her 100%. What is the purpose? So the camera's fine. My lenses are fine. And I pick that thing up. And if I don't feel it, unless I'm getting paid for a job, I don't actually shoot if I don't feel it. So I'm with her 100%. That's why I love her style. It's about finding the beauty hidden in plain sight. That's it. My reputation is you capture stuff that none of the other photographers for me have captured.
Say that again.
They say you capture for me what none of the other photographers. So look, on my storyline, most of them are going, but my storyline on Instagram, I'm gonna tell you something. Every picture, that you see, the first one that comes up is my boy Andrew Granum and his wife. We took that because I was going I'm gonna take that picture. They're like one of my favorite couples to take pictures of. But that next young lady on there, she always does her videos at events. And when she does her videos, I capture her while she's doing her video, a little round before and after. The next woman in red, her name is Ty Harris. She took the picture and she made a post and did a whole story on her feelings, literally.
Wow.
The picture with Tina with the pink on there, I went back to that cafe and the owner of the cafe said, I've had food photography done. I've had people come in and video the shot. But she said, I'm gonna send you a video of the stuff that I already have, but I want you to see it because I like what you do and I need you to do what they haven't done and you can do it. And I said, cool, no problem. So James, I'm gonna give up tape. Here's what I did. I said, this is what you're gonna pay me for. We're gonna agree on the price and what you want done. But the way I'm gonna do it is like what Gretchen said, beauty in plain sight. I said, I'm not gonna come in and do a photo shoot in here. Part of your package is gonna be, I'm gonna spend the day here. You're gonna give me free food, keep my coffee cup full, some espressos. I'm gonna get work done. I'm gonna have conversations on the phone. I'm gonna take a walk over here. But for this day, I am going to be shooting pictures. And she's looking and I'm like, I said, so understand, here's my strategy. I'm gonna tell her my whole strategy. The thing is, if you want your customers to fill the coffee shop, you can't grab the feeling in a 1 hour, 2 hour photo shoot. Because when people walk in the room and they know it's a whole photo shoot, it changes their normal behavior. It shifts them. So you don't want to make people shift. I don't need to look like nothing more than a customer with a camera in there. That's basically it. Now, when the volume goes down and we got those familiar customers, we pull them aside and say, hey, he's taking pictures and he's doing something for the website and this, that, and the third. Do you want to be in it? Yes. Okay, I need you to come over here. And then I'm going to do certain lighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use the hobo light. So I'm not flashing around customers. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a photo shoot? Wow. Oh, I'm not dressed today. No, you want them nice.
In their natural element.
Natural element. And that's what you show. When you show that, that's going to get what everybody else don't have. So I'm gonna send you an inbox of what I gotta look at because I felt as though the videographer was too tight.
Send it to me.
Yeah,
y'all be good. I'm just here pushing buttons. That guy right there, when the lights are on, that's Keith Petty, y'all. That's the combos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my ice cream before the refrigerator be off. Don't open that door. Don't you open that door.
It's up to you, brother. Next time we go live, because you know I'm always down. So I mean, you the man with the. We both got busy calendars, but you know, listen, when we get together,
8 o'clock. I'll be ready at 8 o'clock next time.
You know what? I'm done with you. Whenever. All right,
Peace.
Y'all be good. We out.